Okay, so here is my low Roman workbench. I followed plans from Rex Kruger, and I will leave a link in my description who Rex Kruger is and where you can find instructions for making a workbench like this. I've made some modifications. I made a cute little double screw vise, and I am a big fan of it, and it works fantastically well. But I was just going to demonstrate some of the functional parts of this. These three little chaps are steel work holding dogs, and you can bop them down or you can whop them back up according to need, and you might think, well, what good does that do? It actually does a lot of good. So if you have a piece and you need to work on that piece, well, it provides a stop for you. And you can take something like a plane, you can plane it down, or you can hold it at an angle, and you can plane down its edges to make something more circular, like this guy here. This was square, now it's round-ish. It's going to be a leg to a stool. Or you can do really cool things with it, like put this sideways across it, and then grab something like this, and this now has a place to rest while you sit on it. And that's the cool thing about a low Roman workbench. You sit on the work a lot, and you are part of the work holding equipment. You can take a plane or whatever, and you can work across your work. It's fantastically helpful. Little bits of ingenuity like this are what drove civilization forward. Now we're going to violently hit them. That was satisfying. And I'll show you the next little. This funny looking little cut I've reinforced with a bit of hardwood. This is poplar, and it's a vise. But this is a primitive, ancient vise. Let me show you how it works. So, if you have a piece that you need to have held in a vise, well, you got one here. This is really hard to do one-handed. Okay, so you jam that guy there, you take a wedge, put the wedge there, you grab your hammer and you smack that thing. And that guy is stuck. Well, I gotta smack it a bit more. Violence always helps. Wow, that was fantastic. Okay, so from there, I will want to chop off the corners of this guy, turn it from a square into a circle with my piece of crap Harbor Freight saw, and you could very easily shape this into whatever you needed it to. It is an ingenious, ancient little work holding vise. Then you come over here and you whop it. And there you go. Not the prettiest thing ever, but it works. This is a crochet, and it works in conjunction with this little guy. So, take this and you put it in the vise. You have to use violence as usual. Violence. Okay. Take out the little dowel, and you put the dowel in whichever hole you need for whatever height of material you have. And we'll just grab a board off our pile of crap. Yeah, it looks like I need to move this up a bit. And put the board on there. And then you smack it into the crochet, and it holds your work. And from there, you stand over it, you brace it with your knee, you take your plane, and you work along that edge. and it very securely holds your work in an absolutely brilliant way. Brilliant. You can also use the crochet for doing little jobs. So for example, these guys. I made them by embedding a nut inside a piece of wood that I glued to another piece of wood, but this had to be shaped. I did a hell of a lot of shaping on this guy. Put that in there, and all you got to do is kind of jam it in there, and then you grab your file or your tool and you're able to work it. You might need to hold it. Just kind of hold it here a bit while you work that. I can't demonstrate that because, oh, look at who it is. I can't demonstrate that because I'm holding a camera right now. But that is absolutely brilliant. And again, it's called a crochet. Let's just put this back here. And then, of course, there is the screw vise. And it should be fairly obvious what this does. Yoink. Hey, baby. You put that in there. Oh my goodness. How am I going to do this? Okay. You tighten up the screws. You can do it, thing. I'm doing this so wrong. I need two hands. And there you go. You can slit a line through that. You can chop it off. You can work on this any way you want to, and it's held very securely. I can move the whole table with it. It's extremely secure. And there you go. And that is my workbench. Thanks, guys.